Convocation is now in session. As Chancellor, it is my pleasure to welcome you to our 310th Convocation. Before we proceed with the ceremony, I would like to call upon Professor Emeritus Margaret Kello to present Western University's land acknowledgement.
Congratulations to all our graduating students, and a warm Western welcome to all the families and friends celebrating with us today. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge that our beautiful Western campus is situated on the traditional territories of the Anishinaabe, Haudenosaunee, Lenape, and Attawandaron peoples, all of whom have long-standing relationships to the land and region of southwestern Ontario and to the City of London. The local First Nations community in this area include the Chippewas of the Thames First Nation, Oneida Nation of the Thames, and Munsee Delaware Nation. In this region, there are 11 First Nations communities and a growing Indigenous urban population. Western values the significant historical and contemporary contributions of local and regional First Nations and of all the original peoples of Turtle Island, Miigwech.
To all our graduates, first let me say congratulations. You've worked hard to achieve this. Graduation represents a major milestone in your lives. At Convocation, we assemble as a university community to celebrate and recognize your achievements at Western and to wish you every success for the future. Your learning days are far from over. Learning is a lifelong process. Western has not provided you with answers to all questions. At most, we hope that what stays with you is a way of thinking objectively, approaching problems with an open mind, and a healthy respect for new ideas, all tempered with compassion and empathy for the human condition. You are forever a cherished member of this great university, founded more than a century ago. We welcome you into the Western family. Again, congratulations to each and every one of you. Today, we also confer an honorary degree upon Gilles Patry for his exemplary leadership in academics, business entrepreneurship, and service to Canada. Most notably for his innovative and internationally recognized work in environmental systems and water technology. To present our distinguished candidate, I now call upon Dr. Andrew Rymack, Dean, Faculty of Engineering.
Mr. Chancellor, Gilles Patry. Today is my honor and pleasure to introduce Dr. Gilles Patry, an academic with a distinguished career as a consultant, an entrepreneur, a university administrator, and a public sector executive. Dr. Patry holds a bachelor's and a master's degree from the University of Ottawa in civil engineering and a PhD from the University of California, Davis in environmental engineering. He was an environmental engineering consultant before becoming a professor of civil engineering at École Polytechnique de Montréal and later at McMaster University. While at McMaster, Dr. Patry developed an innovative modeling concept for the simulation, optimization, and control of wastewater treatment plants. He launched a consulting and software company, Hydromantis, in 1985, where he continued as president and director until 2001. In 1993, Dr. Patry was appointed the Dean of Engineering at the University of Ottawa and was instrumental in the creation of the School of Information Technology and Engineering, which was designed to provide leading-edge information technology research and education. In 1997, he became Vice Rector Academic and fostered the creation of new institutes, academic programs, and partnerships with the private sector, government, and other post-secondary institutions. Dr. Patry became President and Vice Chancellor of the University of Ottawa in 2001, and during his 7-year tenure, he led the development and implementation of the university's strategic plan, promoted the development of multidisciplinary initiatives, and championed the most successful fundraising campaign in the history of the university. He continues to be President Emeritus. In 2010, Dr. Patry became the 4th President and CEO of the Canada Foundation for Innovation, where he worked with universities, colleges, and research hospitals across the country to support world-class research and innovation through infrastructure investments. Dr. Patry has served as a member of numerous boards, including the Ontario Centres of Excellence, the Canadian Merit Scholarship Foundation, and the Canada Water Network. He was a member of the advisory board of the Canada Research Knowledge Network and a member of the Audit Committee for the National Research Council of Canada. Dr. Patry was recently appointed the Executive Director of the U15 Group of Canadian Universities at a time when the national conversation on research is extremely important. In 2004, he was named Executive of the Year by the Regroupement des gens d'affaires of the National Capital Region, and in 2009, he was also named Chevalier de l'Ordre de la Pléiade of the Assemblée parlementaire de la Francophonie. Dr. Patry is a member of the Order of Canada, a recipient of the Order of Ontario, and a Fellow of the Canadian Academy of Engineering. He has received honorary doctorates from the University of Waterloo, McMaster University, and INSA Lyon in France. Mr. Chancellor, on behalf of the Vice Chancellor and in the name of the Senate, I ask you to confer the degree Doctor of Laws, honoris causa, upon Gilles Patry.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chancellor, I admit you to the degree of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Congratulations, Dr. Patry. On behalf of all assembled here today, I should now like to invite our newest alumnus, Dr. Gilles Patry, to address Convocation.
Chancellor Cohen, allow me to express my most sincere thanks to the Senate of Western University for bestowing upon me such a great honor. I'd also like to express my appreciation to my colleague and friend, President and Vice Chancellor Amit Shakma. Our careers have, over the years, followed very similar paths as deans, vice presidents, and presidents of our respective universities. Needless to say that I'm excited to share this moment with my wife, Ruby, an accomplished academic who has devoted the past 20 years studying the history of women in science and engineering. Dear graduates, on this very special day, I take pleasure in congratulating you on your academic achievements. You have earned your degree. You should be proud of your accomplishments, which have brought you to this important transition in your lives. I know all of you have worked hard to get here, but let me also acknowledge the contributions of your parents, family members, mentors, and friends who have supported you during your studies at Western. Without them, the journey would have been more difficult and less rewarding. It is particularly exciting for me this morning to be speaking to the graduates of the faculties of engineering and education. These two professions have played a major role in my life. As you heard, I started my career as a consulting engineer. I had the pleasure and privilege of working on a number of landmark engineering projects, including the James Bay Hydroelectric Project, the construction of the 1976 Olympic Stadium, and the construction of Mirabel Airport, for those who remember that airport. But it did not take very long for me to be drawn into the classroom at Montreal's École Polytechnique and to discover that I really enjoyed teaching. I was fortunate thereafter to be able to combine teaching, research, and engineering. I'm truly humbled to receive an honorary degree from Western University, a university that I've admired ever since I was a young civil engineering student at the University of Ottawa some 40-plus years ago. At that time, Alan Davenport, a pioneer in wind engineering, launched the Boundary Layer Wind Tunnel Facility, testing structures as the World Trade Center, the Sears Tower, and the Jakarta Tower. Today, Western continues to be known for its world-class expertise in wind engineering. Indeed, the Wind Engineering Energy and Environment Research Institute, established in 2001, is the world's first three-dimensional testing chamber. And as the former president of the University of Ottawa, a bilingual university, a university that teaches in both French and English, I was pleasantly surprised to learn that it was at Western that Canada's first French immersion education program was established back in 1932 at Trois Pistoles. In fact, I recall sending a few of my deans and a few of my vice presidents to Western's French immersion program. As I look around this hall, I see that the graduates of the class of 2017 constitute a highly diversified group of individuals. Its members are women and men born in Canada and in all corners of the world. Many are parents and caregivers, and many have studied part-time while pursuing a career. Whatever your situation, remember that you've only completed the first step. Indeed, you will soon be engaging in another important path in your life. Many of you will enter the workplace while others will engage in graduate and postdoctoral studies. In each and every one of you, Western University has been eager to cultivate a love of learning and to expand your capacity to seek and find meaning and fulfillment in everything you do. When we combine this ideal with the ideal of excellence, we have what I believe is the true definition of a university, and of Western University in particular. The university, as you can now testify, is a formidable space of intellectual exchange and freedom where teachers and students pursue a common goal: the acquisition of knowledge, skills, and competencies, and development of a critical and ethical approach that is so important for those who want to play a constructive role in this complex world of ours. Of course, you've had to show discipline and patience and will throughout your studies to overcome the hardships that have come along your way. And you had to have undeniable intellectual capabilities to succeed, but you have, at the same time, acquired great confidence in yourself. And that is what your diploma is celebrating here today. And you have every reason to be proud of it. You will, I'm sure, keep an unforgettable memory of this intellectual and social environment that will have enriched this period of your life. And once engaged in what we call the real world, you will undoubtedly evoke with nostalgia the wonderful years that you spent at Western, which will henceforth be your alma mater to you also. As you've heard, for the past 7 years, I had the pleasure and privilege of leading a wonderful organization called the Canada Foundation for Innovation, an organization created by the Government of Canada back in 1997 to support world-class research through research infrastructure investments in colleges, universities, and research hospitals. Many of these investments have taken place right here at Western, in medical imaging, digital humanities, linguistics, engineering, health, and many other disciplines. You know, innovation is one of those words that is dropped everywhere by everyone, to a point where it has really lost its true meaning. It is important to recognize that innovation is rooted in research, and that research builds communities. Innovation is not only about technology. Innovation is about people. Innovation is about the desire to make things better for the benefit of the people around us, for the benefit of society. And that is the ultimate goal. As graduates in engineering and education, you have worked and interacted with faculty members dedicated to their research activities in a broad range of disciplines: behavioral psychology, environmental engineering, materials research, to name a few. Why would these individuals be so dedicated to their research activities? I would argue that all of them do this with the desire to make things better, to improve the quality of life of Canadians. And it's working. In fact, it's gratifying to see that in its 2017 ranking of 80 countries, the U.S. News and World Report ranks Canada as the #1 country in the world for its quality of life, and #2 overall after Switzerland. Not bad. The former Governor General David Johnston, the former Governor General of Canada, David Johnson, also a former faculty member of Western and past president of McGill University and of the University of Waterloo, recently co-authored a book entitled Ingenious, or How Canadian Innovators Made the World Better. In it, he lists 297 innovations that show how creative Canadians are, including innovations ranging from alkaline batteries, canola oil, the electron microscope, the pacemaker, peanut butter, the zipper, and the electric light bulb. Yes, the electric light bulb was not invented by Edison, but by Henry Woodward in Toronto in 1974. In his book, The Innovators, Walter Isaacson says that, and I quote, "Innovation requires at least three things: a great idea, the talent to execute it, and the business savvy to turn it into a successful product," end of quote. And the president of Georgia Tech, Bud Peterson, frames it a bit differently when he says, "An idea is not an invention is not a product, and a product is not a business. Innovation is the process of taking that idea and ensuring that it benefits society." While Woodward may have invented the light bulb, it was Edison that made it a successful product and a thriving business for the benefit of society. As engineers and educators, I encourage you to be innovators, to explore new ways of doing things in your classrooms and in your engineering designs. Be creative in everything you do. Innovation is the foundation of a creative society. Innovation is about taking risk. The enemy of innovation is complacency, and that is something to fear. We often hear, that's good enough. Or, you know what, things are pretty good, so why change? Why take a risk? Well, if you don't, someone else will. Someone else would have invented the pacemaker or the zipper. It is commonly said that our world changes for the better, one idea at a time. Why not aspire that one of these ideas be yours? And in his latest book, Isaacson reflects on the genius of Leonardo da Vinci, he ends with his book with a few thoughts that apply to the graduates of 2017. And he says, "Be curious, relentlessly curious. Seek knowledge for its own sake. Retain a childlike sense of wonder. Respect facts. Avoid silos. Collaborate. And let your reach exceed your grasp." As new alumni of Western, you will now play a pivotal role in society and in the reputation building of your institution. Wherever your journey may take you, a new city, a new province, a new country, share your stories about Western, about your program, about its cultural diversity, and most importantly, about your achievements. After all, that is why we're here today, to celebrate your success. Western University is about excellence and about accomplishments. It's about pride in its past, commitment to its present tasks and goals, and the promise of a bright future. Please take with you my warmest and my best wishes for success. Thank you.
Thank you, Gilles, for your inspiring address and the wise counsel you are leaving behind for our graduating students. Your career has been dedicated to post-secondary education and research, and we have all benefited from your leadership and many contributions. Now, as Executive Director of the U15 Group of Canadian Research University, you will no doubt help us ensure the future growth of our campuses and our research. Let me acknowledge your strong support for many of those important research projects undertaken on our campus. And I'm delighted that you were able to send some of your colleagues to our French language immersion program. And I'm pretty sure many in the audience will not even know that we have been doing it since 1932, at a time when bilingualism was not necessarily a common term that we use in this country. So that's leadership, that's vision coming from your alma mater, Western University. Gilles, the motto of Order of Canada, translated in simple English, is they desire a better country. As a member of that order, you not only desire a better country, but you worked hard to make Canada a better country. We are grateful for your contributions, and we are proud now to call you one of our own. Distinguished guests, graduating students, please join me in congratulating Western's newest Honorary Doctor of Laws, Dr. Gilles Patry. So graduating students, now is your moment. Will the candidates for degrees, diplomas, and certificates please rise? Mr. Chancellor, I'm very much honored to present to you the candidates who have successfully completed their academic programs at Western. I ask you to admit them to the degrees, diplomas, and certificates for which they have been recommended by the Senate of our university.
Under the authority vested in me by the Senate, you will be admitted to the degrees, diplomas, and certificates as shall be announced by the public orators.
Thank you, Mr. Chancellor. Will the candidates please be seated? Mr. Chancellor, graduating students, colleagues, distinguished guests, Convocation is the single most important time of celebration in the life of the university. Today we honor those graduating students who through determination, hard work, and intelligence have met the demanding standards of a Western degree. Today is also a proud day for all of us associated with this university, including our Board of Governors and Senate, our faculty, our staff, and our friends in the community. It is wonderful to see so many members of our community of learning who have joined us to celebrate this important day in the lives of our graduates and the life of the university. Today, those of you crossing the stage will join a special group known as Western Alumni that numbers more than 290,000 alumni in 150 different countries around the world. We have Ms. Cheryl Whip representing the Alumni Association with us, and I would ask her to please stand and be recognized. Western's Board of Governors is charged with responsibility for the overall governance of this institution. Today we have with us Mr. Hani Hassan, Chair of our Board of Governors, and I'll ask him to please stand and be recognized. Let me digress, but you should note that both Cheryl and Hani are proud graduates of this university, so someday, you want to play the role that they're playing now when you're able to give your time and expertise back to your alma mater. So now I'd like to acknowledge and thank the parents, spouses, partners, children, relatives, and friends of our graduates who are here today. This celebration simply would not have been possible without your loving support. So I ask that our graduating class rise once again, turn around, face your family and friends, and give them a warm round of applause. Now let me congratulate once again the remarkable students who graduate today with Western degree. Today you become partners in outstanding academic achievements of the University of Western Ontario. My warmest wishes to each and every one of you. Now we're going to proceed with the granting of the degrees and diplomas and certificates. Before we do so, I have two special requests for those of you in the audience. First, as a courtesy to all graduates and their families, please hold your applause or any other forms of expression of joy until the public orators signal when applause is appropriate throughout the ceremony. This will ensure that each graduate's name will be heard. We consider each of our graduates to be very special, and we take pride in conducting the ceremony in a very special fashion so that it remains a very positive memory in your mind. So I hope that you will cooperate with us. Second, we know that photographs are important for graduates, their families and friends. As you have heard before the ceremony began, we are pleased to provide each of our graduates with a photograph of this special occasion. We therefore ask that you remain in your seats throughout the ceremony. Of course, feel free to take pictures from there. I now call on the public orators to introduce the candidates for degrees.
Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates from the School of Graduate and Postdoctoral Studies for the degree Doctor of Philosophy. Rashed Al-Haq. Alireza Baruni Ibrahimi. Ahmed El Ansari. Rupa Rai Devasya. Meyue Gong. Fumin Gue. Yu Gua. Manar Jamal. Pamela Malins. Hesamadin Juibari Mogadam. Kyriakos Manoli. Dennis Michelson. Drew James Rankin. Isabella Reniati. Hojatala Seyede Niasar. Lingmin Shao. Puya Sharifi. Clara Isabel Tascon de Arcila. Pierre-Marie Caroline Verret. Maran Vratonich. Chexin Wu.
Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree of Doctor of Education. Michael Allegretti. Carol Appleby. Catherine Ann Beaton. Heather Lee Bowden. Sejal Bellin. Diane Cecilia Charles. Lisa Marie Clark. Tracy Cunningham. John Robert Hewitt Essiger. Tina Rosemary Gertz. Linda Carol Hill. Evelyn Joy Holmes. Mary Louise Ireland. Jennifer Marin. Candace Marie Miller. Donald Bowen. Samuel Joseph Elliott O'Neill. Wesley Dean Sallenbach. Trisha Satropa. Kathleen Sutherland. Truman Tremblay. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Master of Arts. Hasina Alize, Melissa Louise Coyne-Forezi, gold medalist, Yan Jue Feng. Wan Jing Li, Zen Lin, Alexis Nicole Newman. Nyosha Pavia, Rezvan Sasavari Gukhari, Ze Wang. Xiaotong Xing Taylor, Zi Ying Zhang, Jia Hui Zhu. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Master of Engineering. J. Pankaj Amin, Christian Teguiwalo Ariola, Abolade Olorunda Ayula.
Ankush Bansal, Sukhinderpal Singh Bedi, Ankit Bardwaj. Kwei Bian, Carlo Bobanak, Shi Chi Kao. Hongjia Chen, An Bang Dung, Kai Wen Dung. Manpreet Singh Dev, Jasjot Singh Daliwal, Chinomso Uchenna Ewelike. Julian Franco, Chang Bin Gao, Yan Ge. Wen Di Hu, Zhe Yu Hu, Jialun Huang. Tunan Jiang, Steffi Hosey, Byung Hyun Jung. Pradeep Kandasamy Natarajan, Anish Kashyap, Tanveen Kaur. Merdad Khadem, Chaudhry Zohaib Khalid, Jigar Lalit Kumar Khanpara. Yash Khosla, Shinrong Lim, Xinyuan Long. Li Hong Liu, Jun Wei Liu, Shao Hua Ma. Christopher Leach. Vigneshwarar Nagarajan, Vishwanath Narayanan Muthuswamy, Adewale Olukayode Ogundalu. Bankole Olalekan Ogunremi, Ahmed Abdel Nasser Uda, Sri Krishna Padavala.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a long degree group. Please join me in congratulating all the graduates who crossed the stage thus far.
Yame Pong, Abhijit Dasharatbhai Patel, Xiaotong Pei. Yi Peng, Chung Chi, Raja Subramanian Raja Chokalingam. Katia Ramos Lopez, Jagvir Kar Sadiora, Nikit Kumar Ashwin Kumar Shah. Amriteshwar Singh, Jagdeep Singh, Xiao Su. Lin Sun, Vinayak Tiranabu Karasu, Sridhar Totapalli. Prasoon Tripathi, Yusing Elvin Sui, Sarvatsa Vishnumurti. Tong Wang, Jinyu Yin, Muna Ahmad Saeed Yunus. Da Jiao Zhang, Qi Zhang, Qi Zhang. Jiaqi Zhao, Wei Zhou, Fengfei Zhou. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Master of Engineering Science. Embark Ali Al-Shafi, Yili Chung, Srijan Das. Kristen Petra Dory, Shijia Guan, An He. Frederick Benjamin Holness, Anas Ibrahim, John Eniolua Ianurua. Majid Jahan Miri, Afsana Sarah Kabir, Nicholas Milliken. Ahmed Mohammed Mena, Manuela Oliveira, Mingfei Pan. Sarah A. Stevenson, Siliang Sun, David Bradley Patrick Tripp. Jing Wan, Thomas Michael Whitfield.
Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree Master of Professional Education. Erin Lindsay Abel, Hilda Afaro, Brianna Michelle Anderson. Elizabeth Awney, Christina Nicole Apreda, Carrie Bennett. Julia Berlin, Dee Bian, Christina Bissell. Danielle Renee Boot, Yvonne Marie Bristow, Tara Amy Cakebread. Keiyu Sao, Jose Caro, Aid Chen. Lei Chen, Shuang Chen, Yixuan Chen. Rebecca Craven, Ku Sui, Yuxuan Deng. Lana El Skafi, Maha El Madoun, Jala Fan. Teton Fun, Martina Deidre Douglas, Jordana Michelle Dufour. Lisa Ann Floyd, Rebecca Marie Gardner, Jua Jua. Rita Lucia Goodwin, Lunan Joie, Young Joie. Andrew Yuchi Ha, Siki Han, Emily Joy Harris. Blaine Victoria Heddle, Mary Jane Doris Hewitt, Mariel Jacqueline Hexter. Sin Zhang, Muna Hashmi, Bethia Jikpamu. Katie Ann Henry, Najla Youssef, Nie Yu. Jure Zhang, Ying Zhu, Keijing Liu. Yue Jia, Jeremy William Johnson, Amanda Kashuk. Christine Ann Kennedy, Krija Kiru Panantham, Sarah Virginia Kramer. Christine Louise Lemieux, Zoe Letwin, Jiatu Lee. Jingli Li, Meiyu Li, Tangli Li. Yuan Yuan Liang, Jia Liu, Zhuaiha Liu. Zhen Luo, Stephanie Lee McPhail, Noha Mahmood. Julia Christina Marinelli, Angelina Martin, Cameron James McQuaig. Mackenzie Alexandria McLean, Janice Marie Metcalf, Callie Schwartz Rutenberg. Zhengli Shen, Leah Suzanne Taraba, Huangmeng Wang. Felicia Mayte, Catherine Grace Misale, Danielle Morrison. Shunting Mu, Joshua Noakes, Carissa Audie. Jessica Panza, Jenny Petko, Irina Ioanna Popescu. Meng Chenzi Kwan, Rachel Jean Quinton, Margot Elaine Renders.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sensing some pent-up enthusiasm. This is a large group. Why don't we take a moment to applaud the graduates that have crossed the stage?
Rebecca Ray Roth, Lara Salami, Jessica Samide. Kristen Santoro, Janessa Scantlebury, Ja Sheep. Amal Sidani, Arjana Siva Yogeswaran, Denise Ann Smith. Kathleen Jessica Mowbray Smith, Annie Song, Stacy Eliza Tidman. Seema? Saima Tour, Stephanie Taggart, Rebecca Lydia Toro Perez. Ann T. Quinn Tran, Kaylee Van Shake, Brenda Vanderhayden. Shayla Van Grenigan, Ketsara Vataniyu Tawiwat, Rebecca Victorato Sousa. Deanna Vinsick, Jennifer Nicole Wadden Garland, Xiao Fei Wang. Yi Jing Wan, Yun Sheng Wang, Chi Lua Wei. April Elizabeth Whalen, Christine Wittig, Stephen Winarski. Chu Yue Wu. Elizabeth Ann Desiro, posthumously awarded, represented by her father, Louis Denis. Mr. Chancellor, these are candidates for the degree of Master of Engineering. Jian Hua Guan, Harmanjeet Singh Kaler, Parul Verma. Manjunath Sadashivaya, Mohammed Kathawaga, Taufik Ayudeja Bello. Faith Chizoban Amadi, Nikhil Kocher, Tai Zhang. Huiling Liu, Huropu Lin, Mohanad Nasif. Bhupinder Singh, Okoye Oluchukwu Pascal. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates for the degree of Master of Professional Education. Dijun Wu, Hao Wu, Jin Yuan Wu. Fei Xia, Joshu Su, Tong Yao. Shiran Yin, Christopher Andrew Young, D.U. Yao Yuan, An Si Zheng, Ling Ling Zheng. Si Zhang, Qianwei Zhao, Ting Ting Zhong. Mr. Chancellor, the following are candidates from Faculty of Engineering for the degree of Bachelor of Engineering Science. Saad Al-Khatani, Ahmed Bati, Birkin Seaton. Liam Coyne, Marcus Eichenbaum, Vincent Gatto. Robert James Gray, Michael Harvey, Nicole Ann Kusarak. Timothy Cook, Andrew Joshua Solomon Lampert, Elvis Liu. Adam Alexander Matea, Timothy Ian Medke, Stephen Oosterbaum. Claire Victoria Phelps, Michaela Sandre, Braden Darrell Scott. Victoria Emily Scrooby, Tara Tabatai, Ian David Terrace. Ziang Ye, Chen Zhang.
In the name of the Senate, I grant to the Registrar the authority to confer degrees, diplomas, and certificates to those candidates whose names appear in the official program but who are not present today. At this time, I invite Ms. Cheryl Whipp, representing our Alumni Association, to say a few words.
Graduates, it is my great honor on behalf of Western's Alumni Association to congratulate you and welcome you. You have worked hard to complete your studies and your exams, and today you received your well-earned degrees. Western, our faculties and affiliated university colleges are very proud of its world-class standing, and we know that you share the pride as graduates of our undergraduate and graduate programs. Now, all of you join our growing global community of Western alumni. We are all united by the Western experience, our cherished memories of our times here, but particularly of the knowledge and the friendships gained. You'll find your Western experience continues as alumni, and I encourage you to remain purple and proud by participating actively as alumni, cultivating the strength and the global reputation of our alma mater. It is my pleasure to invite you and your guests to attend a reception in your honor to be held at the Great Hall, Somerville House. Immediately following Convocation, there will be refreshments and where you will receive your 2017 class pin. To you, your friends, families, enjoy and embrace the tributes that you so richly deserve today, and remember, wherever life takes you, Western will always be home.
Before closing convocation, I wish to express my appreciation to all who have contributed to the success of the day. In particular, and on your behalf as well, I want to thank the University of Western Ontario Convocation Brass for their magnificent performance and their director, Professor James Mackay. May I request that the audience remain at their seats while the academic procession leaves the hall. Convocation is now adjourned.